Boys and girls, are you handy enough? I'm Brian.
I'm Jack.
And it's episode 27. 27's an awkward age. You know, I feel like ever since we surpassed 25, we've been through some really awkward ages. 27 is a weird age.
27 is because we have the potential to die during this episode, like all the great rock
All the great rock
stars.
stars. Yeah, exactly. If
so
we were a great rock star, this would be it.
This would be, we die like mid.
Choke on a...
They thought I
peanut
died.
butter.
They thought I just died. Do people still call you son? Like even older people?
Oh, absolutely.
Have they
People still
reverted
call
you
me
to
son.
sir at this point?
Son. No, I do get a lot of sir. And I get the... one of my favorite things is when you get carded for something now, or like if you're at the self-checkout at the grocery store. This happens to me all the time. Like I'll buy wine for my wife, and I'll bloop, and it goes, please wait for age identification. And now it used to be this big deal. You go over and you take your wallet out, and they would look at it and make sure it's you. And now it's just a knowing smile over my shoulder, like, hey.
They just look at you like, oh, okay, he's good.
Yeah. And the pimply-faced kid behind the counter is like, yeah, you're so old, mister. Nice. Little Jesus and some cupcakes. You know, when you work in retail and all your product is outside in the rain and it rains, nobody comes into your store.
Just for the record, he's not a farmer. He's a car salesman.
Nobody
No,
comes
I'm the
in.
farmer.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of taking tests and sitting around all day. It was very, very boring. So when I'm bored, I get to go and take a lap around the lot.
Right.
You know, go take a lap, say hi to everybody. But no, not yesterday. I stepped right in a puddle. First lap, it was the worst.
Oh
It was the
man.
worst. I had one soaking foot. one sock. Everybody's wearing blue flamingo socks. One
Blue
set of blue
flamingo
flamingo
socks.
Just soaked.
Totally
Man.
Oh,
That'll be all right.
This is good content.
Yeah,
This is good
good
stuff.
stuff.
New from the makers of Bitches and Owls. It's Chickens and Cows. It's a restaurant for everybody with specials like
Octopus hush puppy with grass.
Yum! We'll catch chickens. We'll fry cows. We'll fry chickens. We'll catch cows. I'll try anything like
Melody ice cream on a sugar ass tasting leaf crunch thing with Vietnamese coriander.
Come on down. It's Chickens and Cows. Welcome back, guys. We've been going through Jack's phone. Whenever Jack was in Chicago at that fancy pants dinner, and he was getting plowed with expensive whiskeys that he didn't realize were getting him plowed.
I did not realize
He
that.
was taking notes the whole time, and it's just gibberish.
Let's just get back to it. To be fair, I've only been drunk twice in my life. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not saying anything.
But okay, caviar tasted like a cheese casserole. Drink melty champagne, tomato, ass course. Family shall burn, and I won't care. Drink balls frozen in licorice fruit punch.
I assume.
Brian, the picture's not moving again.
My mom texted me this morning and said, I updated our phones and it freaked me out. Why did it freak
This
you
one
out?
I tried to bend and it doesn't play.
It said, I've got Uber. I don't want Uber. Just delete it. Just delete
I
Uber.
got Uber.
What's an Uber?
It's some things you get out of your nose with a tissue.
Yeah. Sometimes you get an Uber stuck in your nostril.
You got some bats in the cave, sonny.
Oh.
That also makes me start to reevaluate how my mind works, because
I even named one of them Jack Needs Therapy.
one of them is called Jack Needs Therapy.
It's really kind of a funny concept. It's a fully clean-shaven Jack as Jack Bunyan, park ranger.
Yeah.
And then when he is the lumberjack, he is a bearded, full head of hair. So we'd have to shoot all the superhero
Oh my
stuff
gosh.
Yeah.
first.
Did you not know the concept? Of this?
No.
Oh yeah,
I haven't heard about this at all.
Jack Bunyan is a park ranger, and he's got a sidekick, me, Hampton.
He's Hampton.
Hampton, I love it.
Well, let me start from the beginning. Okay. During the Civil War, Paul Bunyan was he worked for the Confederacy as their main man to go to for natural resources. He worked under a guy named General Tom Hanks, who turns out was evil. Well, he was deforesting the southern region of the United States and ran across a tree spirit called Grandmother Willow. But we'll change her name due to copyright infringement. He fell in love with said tree spirit and decided to say, hey, General Tom Hanks, I will no longer cut down your forest. Tom Hanks was like, well, fuck you, I'm going to burn your forest down. So that happened, and he tried to save Grandmother Willow, but it could not. But their love had already blossomed. So Grandmother Willow let down a single giant acorn, and inside of it was Jack Bunyan, their love child. So Jack Bunyan is an immortal superhero.
Never gets easier to listen.
Is an immortal superhero.
Never gets easier.
Who has the magic of the tree spirit, but also the longevity, the strength, the know-how of woodworking and whatnot of his father, Paul Bunyan. Also, he was imbued with superpowers where he can solve crimes by walking into a room or wherever a crime was committed and touching anything made of wood or plant material, and he could see what it saw. But it also,
Wow.
he also feels all the pain. Let's say it's a table. He feels the pain of that table being processed. Yeah, so he's like, oh, it hurts his soul, but he can also see the crime happen.
Yeah, so when
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I know.
So
I like it.
fast forward 150 years, modern day, he's a park ranger who hates his job and he has to take little kids out on the little Cub Scout type of retreats and whatnot. But he also has to deal with a myriad of bigger world problems because he still has he has responsibilities of a hero, and Hamptons knows his secret identity. But he throughout his travels he discovers other people with special powers. He discovers that when the forest was burnt, there was an aftermath. There was other consequences, I guess you could say, to other creatures, other people, and whatnot. So it's a whole.
It sounds really
epic,
good,
Well,
actually.
he's got this whole tie-in with all these other like Pecos Bill
Pecos
and
Bill,
all these
John
other
Henry,
all these other American stories.
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch is definitely.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a Sasquatch suit right here in my home.
right there. Stuff like that. Yeah, there's a whole tie-in, like, because I love like American legends, and so that's where the original concept came from.
Wow.
Also, you would think that I was probably stoned or something when I came up with this idea, but I was not. I don't do the drugs.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But
I've
I had
never
this
wanted
concept for
to.
years and whatnot. So yeah, we're working on it.
So we all sat down and wrote a script and put it together, and it probably needs good ones.
Yeah, I'm run
I
skiing
love
through it.
that. What a
That's
great
pretty fun.
idea.
That's pretty. We have some good. We have some really.
That's
funny
a great
scenes.
idea.
I think we've got some really.
I think we have great scenes. So I'm just gonna try to make them more cohesive.
I'm
That's
excited.
that's my pet project.
That's awesome.
He had Chef Dave Strange when we first started working on this stuff, and that was my pet project that I was working on. So, and together, and then we formed Comics at Fault. So, that's basically how that happened.
That's awesome.
I just basically told you how we had comedy sex for the first time.
That's all.
That's
It's
called an
No,
it's an
Jack.
analogy.
No, it's not.
It's like comedy sex.
No,
That's
it's
when we
not.
first penetrated each other's comedy.
La, 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 la.
comedy.
I'm not listening. This is terrible.
Okay.
All right,
Whatever.
we're done. That's
We're done for
gross.
that?
I'm
Okay.
done. I'm Brian.
And I'm Jack.
That's disgusting.
You're disgusting. It's the love handshake, Brian. Do not deny my love.